Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2, the UK series. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. Now, first of all, I do apologise for this video being a day late. I've just not had time to record, and in fact, because of that, this video is not going to be a time lapse, but it is going to be a sort of live style recording. We're currently here at the only tunnel currently in the game. And I did ask for some suggestions on what we should call the tunnel, and it has been named the Box Tunnel, which I think is a nice name. Named after a tunnel of the exact same name in Wiltshire, which looks of this style. So it's a similar style to this particular tunnel. So there we go. This is now going to be the Box Tunnel. At least I think it was the Box Tunnel that was suggested. I'm not sure if I responded to the comment as well. I have a bunch of comments that I need to respond to, but I think it was the Box Tunnel. I'm just going to go back to check now. Let's see. Anyway, hopefully everybody is having a lovely Wednesday, and in today's video we're going to be doing a few different things. One of the things that we are going to be doing is going to be adding in a few more farms, as obviously this is something that needs to be done quite a lot, unfortunately. So we are going to add in a number of farms, but I've already done a lot of it, so you're going to see not too much of that building work. Obviously I do not want to bore everybody with lots and lots of the exact same stuff. What we are also going to be doing is looking at some freight lines. And we're going to be looking particularly at the farming, and just checking this. It is Box Tunnel. It's a Brasso Box Tunnel, just like the one in Wiltshire. Has the Great Western Main Line running through it. So there you go. So as I said, we're also going to be looking at something to do with farming. I'm going to see if I can sort a few things out as the train goes through. All I need to do now is, I suppose, roll the intro and start the video. Start the video proper. Right, so as you can see at this point in time, this is what things look like. I did also get a response or a comment from the person who's made these farmland textures, Quint99. I really do like these textures, and he's actually suggested other textures, which includes barley and a lot of grass, nettles, weeds for embankments and borders, which is something I'm going to be looking into. Hopefully, Quint, you enjoy the rest of the series if you've seen it. If you are watching this, a couple of things to note is that I think maybe if you could improve the LOD on this, or the distance textures, to look a bit better, because this is nice like this is really nice, but it's when it's from a distance like this it becomes a little bit difficult to have nice screenshots because of the patterns. And I have removed a few of them just to give it a more British look. I'm still working on it. Certainly going to be using these textures here and these ones, and I think these ones is poppy fields. They're rather nice. Again, I'd love to be able to see that from a distance. It's like a red haze. Would be absolutely 100% brilliant. Anyway, over in Attleborough, this is where we're going to be doing a little bit of work right now. I'm going to add in some of the farm borders. So we'll be doing that, and then maybe adding in some of the farms around this area, just to also show you what I've been doing down between Earley and Lichfield. You can see that I've got all the main borders in for these little dirt tracks all the way around. So that did take a while. I've also obviously put the dirt tracks in, made sure everything is okay so that this thing can be properly connected. And then when I get a chance, I'll add in all the crisscross for the farms, and we will be quite nicely done. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. In Attleborough, we are going to go over here. We're going to use the parallel tool because it is actually really quite good, and just go ahead and make some of these pathways. It's a very simple simple process right here. Nothing too fancy at all, which is what I like. I feel like if you focus on getting these little details in a basic sense and then build up around them, you'll end up with a much nicer overall product. I suppose that's how some artists like to work that way as well. I've seen people doing art, and even I suppose even someone like Bob Ross. If anyone's watched, well, I think everyone should have watched at least one of Bob Ross's happy little paintings, happy little accidents with the fluffy clouds and their friends and the happy trees that you can talk to. But yes, even Bob Ross's paintings, they start with very basic things. You just start with a basic colour, you brush it on, you add a little bit of detail here, a little bit of detail there, and then you build and build and build. And I think that is vital and extremely important. And that's exactly what I am trying to do over here. I'm trying to do the exact same concepts. If I build all these little bits and then I'll build on that and fill things and then add more trees and all of that, and before you know it, it will look hopefully remarkable. You know, if I have to end up moving fences and moving some of these, that will be fine. This is the first time I've actually had the music playing in this Transport Fever 2. I've never heard the soundtrack to here. Oh, I must have heard it right at the beginning, but I've never really heard the soundtrack to Transport Fever 2, even in the time lapses. When I have that was stupid. When I have the soundtrack on, it's Transport Fever 1's soundtrack that I use, not Transport Fever 2. There we go. Let's go straight across. This continues out, doesn't it? Yeah, let's just go straight across. I've got an idea. So I'm not going to do all of this. I just want to get some of it done, because obviously, as I said, I've not had any real time to record the time lapse on this. The time lapses on these do take 2, 3, 4 hours of. So for 1 hour of footage that you see, it's 2, 3, 4 hours of work, and that does get. It is difficult. I say 2, 3, 4. That's 2, 3, 4 hours of recording, and then I've got to make sure that it's all okay and edit it if it needs editing. Sometimes it doesn't record properly, so I have to then do a conversion using something like Handbrake, which takes another hour, and it does. Yeah, it takes time, and then obviously rendering it. Rendering will take about. At the moment, I've got for the most part a video render. If it's it will take about 75% of the time of the actual video length. So I've managed to really improve my render times. So we're talking about a video that takes let's say a half an hour video would actually take about 20-25 minutes to record, which is to render, which is good. I like the fact that that's a thing. What I'll do is I'll do this and then connect that down there. Again, see, I do not mind having these as borders, and you can just walk along, but I might sort of take off some of these borders and have a line of trees instead, or bushes, but all of that can come later. And the reason being is that these are very easy to then these are very easy to remove once I lay all the basic lines. So once all the basic railway lines are done and we've just got everything up and running, then I could say, okay, now let's start taking some of these down and really adding that extra detail. And things like trees within, little thickets and woodland, I'm definitely going to be adding. So just to give you an example, between between these areas. Some occasionally, that one could just be woods, or this one could just be woods, or things like that. And I'm definitely going to be doing that. And you can see just how quickly this is happening within a matter of a few minutes, where we're getting things up and running. If you do enjoy these videos, I would appreciate a like on it. I've seen 100 people, 200 people, 300 people watch the videos. Well, please press the like button. Let me know that you're enjoying it. Let me know with your suggestions, and if you can, do consider supporting me on Patreon. But you don't have to really support me on Patreon. It just be quite helpful. It would just be, as I said, just quite helpful. But more than anything, just share the videos, leave the comments saying that yes, I enjoy this. This is going well, or I'd like to see a bit more of this, a bit more of that. That's the sort of things that really do help. Really do help content creators, not just myself, in making these and understanding what people want. Why? No. Come on. There we go. I've found recently that my videos have really not been getting many views at all. It's like it's just all suddenly died off for no reason. Personally, I've been thinking that my video quality has gone up, but it's just clearly the YouTube algorithms just disagrees, I suppose. So sharing videos, that would be ideal. It would certainly make it a lot easier for me to be able to create the content. I mean, adverts revenue's gone down the window, and out the window, down the window, down the pan, out the window, down the pan. And so has I suppose Patreon's doing decently. I mean, I've been getting some support on there, and I think the support that I've been getting on there is absolutely fantastic, and I really do appreciate that support. So that's great. But every little bit helps, particularly as eventually I'd probably be wanting to try and do this more full time. Be able to create all the content I want to create, all the detail that I want to do, everything like that. It would be absolutely fantastic to really help, but it is the way it is at the moment. I'm actually thinking of killing a couple of series, at least one series that I think is not getting as many views as it should, or as I want it to, and just replacing it with a series that I know will get better views. Because I think something like that would be rather important. Like Transports Fever obviously gets a lot of views, but I cannot do this. I cannot do this all the time because, as I mentioned, just because of how long it takes to record a video like this. That's not to say that this is going to disappear. Obviously, this is not going to disappear, because this is quite a nice series, and it certainly has been a staple series of sorts on my channel. And by that I mean I have many thousands of views in Transports Fever, and I think that's rather nice. And I'd like to have, I'd like this series to be one of the really great Transports Fever series on YouTube. That would be nice, but if not, I'd at least like the people who watch it to really find it enjoyable and think, yeah, there's a lot of effort gone into making a video like this. But I cannot make 4 or 5 of these a week. It's just not possible. And I certainly have other things that I'd like to do as well. So clearly, if I went ahead making 4 or 5 of these, not ideal really. I'm just ignoring other things. but certainly other videos that perhaps do not take so long to make, videos that I can record in about half an hour, edit up in about 15 minutes, and render within about 20-25 minutes, and then subsequently process those kind of things would be lovely. Now, what I'm thinking is maybe I just join this along here. I feel like that would be rather interesting. Now, should I continue with this right now? Perhaps not. I'm just going to do these little bits before this gets too boring. So let's go along here. I've certainly got faster at doing this than right at the start of the series, where it was rather difficult to do things like this, because it's just getting used to it, trying to pick the right tools and all of that sort of stuff. So I've certainly gotten faster. Let's do this one. Well, what's your problem there? No idea. And now you want that, don't you? There you go. So occasionally with this mod, sometimes it just refuses to place your hedge down, because I think it must see something that it thinks it's colliding with, so it just says, oh no. This looks like a fairly straight run. Let's do that. That's kind of worked. That saxophone solo. Admiral James T, I think is what the person calls himself. Is it like Kirk? But I think he doesn't do the Kirk part, it's just Admiral James T. There we go. Okay, good. So, should I do any more on this? No, let's leave that. Right, now let's try and figure a couple of other things out. So, one thing I have done is I have done this, which you might find interesting. This is a 5 miles per hour. It shouldn't be 5 miles per hour. Whoops. That should probably be about 15 miles per hour. Upgrade. And then this should be 25 miles per hour. Now the question is, can I, and this is going to be important because I want to put this in. Where is it? It's signs, some sort of signs. Miscellaneous track assets, no. Grim, no. Oh, I'm gonna crash the computer. There it goes. JK buildings, no. Ooh, JK buildings look nice. Look at those. We need them. We need to detail. So we need to obviously detail these. But right now, after something's very particular. Those. That's it. No. That's it. It sticks out there a little, but that's okay. Just want to do that. So that's now giving the train a real turnaround, which I think is awesome. There you go, and the 40. That's something that was missing. We didn't have a real turnaround with the train. So you got 12 people on board. So the trains can now go along here and make use of this. Although it's a little bit, maybe a little bit too tight, but I can deal with that whenever the time comes right. So the thinking I'm having here is, first of all, where do we create a food processing plant? What are we going to do with it? So we could create one here. I mean, everything requires some amount of food, I believe. Now, I was thinking of doing it in Bracknell, just because I feel like, you know, we could really open up this side of Bracknell to the buildings and whatnot, potentially, or even, you know, this area. But it is a little hilly. So the other option I've got is Carnforth, which is a lot flatter, which might make it easier to actually put not a town. Oh, this is going to take a while. Build up a food processing plant. So we could, yeah, not a farm. We could build up an actual food processing plant and stick it in somewhere over in this place, which would eventually, I guess, we could build this up to be a much bigger, better plant. But just to get us started, I was thinking maybe throwing it in over here or something. And so that would be Carnforth's plant. Now, you're probably wondering, well, how's that going to help? Well, what I'm thinking is I could get a railway that would run along and bring in goods over to, for example, buildings, UK, generic passenger halls. Okay, this is a cargo station. You know, bring in something over here. So this would become some sort of a cargo station of some fashion. Maybe even do a modulus cargo station where the train parks in, literally just parks up in there. And that's what I was thinking. And that would get us started, and we could have a full, 160-meter train going along. And then we would probably need to figure something out. Obviously, on the depot side of things, could we use the depot in West Brom? Probably not for this, but you could run train lines going down 1, 2, 3, and then into Carnforth, and also potentially 1, 2, or we could have, just goods being transported to Carnforth this way, and then train lines going there, and then maybe train lines going along here would have a stop here. Maybe we'd have a stop just here where those two farms transport to there. We'd have another stop here where this farm transports up to there, and it's just a halt, and it would transport to there, and then it goes all the way. And I thought something like that would be a nice thing to have, which is why I started building the farms over here. So that is what I think I'm going to do. Now, I've also got Macclesfield, but I've got a feeling that Macclesfield's just a bit too far away from the farms, so I'm not sure what to do with it. See, I could use Atleyborough as well. So we could do Carnforth and then maybe have... Or could I just do everything in Atleyborough? Again, the possibilities are there. And then we'd have to get... And then, of course, from there, we have to get goods to other places. which would then result in having, you know, double-tracked railways and things like that. And this opens up all of our, well, basically everything. Everything would then open up. I think I am going to go the Carnforth route, only because I'm working on this area right now. I might end up doing a second in Astley-borough. I might even do one in West Brom, or let's have a look. We could do, I suppose we could do another one in West Brom. So 1, 2, 3 there. I could just do 1, 2, 3 there, and then 1, 2, 3 there. Or alternatively, 1, 2 there, and third one. That could work. That could work, and then we could do 1, 2, 3 over to Astley-borough. And let's do that. Okay, there we go. That's a better idea. So we will start by creating our food processing plants, and for that we are going to remove this particular farm. There you go. This is now all gone, all the way back actually. And the reason I'm doing that is because every area that's not going to be used, I'm going to do something else with. So let's go for our food processing plant. So there it is. And normally you'd have it perhaps sitting like that. I would much rather it not be on the road like that. I would much rather it be on this side, away from the road just a little. So perhaps I will do, let's have it almost, I say almost up against this, but I'll bring it down like that, so we can have like a row of trees or something. So there's our food processing plant. Now what I'm going to do is, obviously I have to connect up the food processing plant, so we'll use we can use a road like that. And also well done, brain. Also, what I can do is I can always, no. I can do this. And perhaps maybe, let's do this, yeah. No, come on. There we go. That's it. Okay, and so now you can see how Carnforth could potentially expand. And then we could have a little road like this, another road going down there, and I'd like to have a road that goes to here and then down like that, and then I'll do another road that goes down along here. Can I do a road like that? That could work, I suppose. Or maybe, oh, I need that to be a straight, oh yes, of course, just do that and that should make it a straight road like so. And now suddenly you can see that Carnforth now has the ability to potentially expand in this direction. Now, I'm just curious to see if this is actually going to reach that. I doubt it. No. Okay, this isn't going to do that. So now what I've got to think of is railway stations. Now, I could, as I said, I could shove a railway station right in here. That could be a potential stop, and obviously there's nowhere else it needs to go from this way, or could potentially, I guess, go that way. So I guess we would have to use this kind of station. Yeah, we could build a station right here, and we could call this Station Avenue or something. I build a station right in here, that cross. I suppose that would help because it would cross across there and go across to there. And we could. So if I had a station, a railway line that would go across and around here. Okay, so having a station on this side may be a good idea. The only downside to this is, of course, how big are you going to make that station? You cannot make that station, for example, 5. It isn't going to happen. So no matter how big this food processing plant gets, we are going to have trouble with that. And eventually, we probably want a station this big. So I need to consider that when we're looking at this. So having a station perhaps over here is our best bet. I think that is going to be our option. So let's go ahead and do that at 160, and it's only going to be 2 tracks. So we will break all of this. These people wandering around. There we go. And I'll build a station, and then the farm can be shrunk down. So at 160 meters, we could just build a station essentially right there. Great. Now what I'll do is I will go ahead and do this. Does that look reasonable? Give it a little bit of space, of course, station property and all that. Yeah, and then you could put some trees here and continue the farm in that direction. I think that works well. What would be really interesting is, what is all that dinging? What would be really interesting is if you just stuck a depot, for example, right here. It's like, hey look, depot, right alongside this road, and it probably would not look out of place having depots here. Oh, old depots. It has nothing to do with this line here, but you have a depot, and that's for, this depot was purely for the farming runs. Could we do that? Should probably slow that down. Okay, so I'll tell you what, I'm going to put this depot in. I'm going to put that depot in like that, and I want you guys to tell me whether that is or is not a good idea. Yes, that's there we go. Tell me whether that is or is not a good idea. Let's do this, and because I like to do the whole, you know, make a depot look fairly realistic sort of thing. No, don't go that way. We have to have some, a couple of these. There we go, and then do that and that and that. Oops, and that. Just so you can park a couple of things here. And I suppose we could do this as well. No, I want that to be a lot better than that. There we go. Okay, so that's our depot. Realistically, everything comes out of there, but that looks fairly good. Now the question is, what do we do with the transfer of food? Do we do I just create another station over here? Which wouldn't be a terrible idea, because it creates a station at the back of this farm. And then have another station, so you'd have to cut through all of these farms. Now this is where things would be interesting, because I'd want to be cutting through minimal amounts of the farms to get over to here. And I could probably have the other station for this farm. I would probably put the station right here. This would be the station for it. And then we've got this one. And the station for this one would probably be right here, and then that would have to cut through and somehow manage to get itself over to here as well. And then you've got this tiny little line here as well that just doesn't do anything. That we need to be concerned about, because I could theoretically just stick a tiny little station here too. Just one like this, as in really small, and just have this shunting back and forth. Which wouldn't be completely unrealistic in terms of. I do not think this would be completely unrealistic, so I'm going to try it. So essentially I do that and have a tracks at, should we just say 15 miles per hour? Just going in like that. Okay. Sorry, that needs to now go. Let's do this. No, that's not right. Let's do this. 1, 2. Realistically, there should only be 1. Yeah, realistically, there should only be 1. So I'm just going to do this, just so it looks like there's something going on there. I mean, that is not terrible. And then from here, what we could do is we could have over here buildings, freight, a little truck stop, configurable freight. This doesn't look too bad. Wide, extra wide, 2 platforms wide, country old, street lanes 1, enabled. Ah, you can have different, okay, disabled. There we go. And we could just have a building, even here, I suppose. And that would be the transports building. And you could say platform capacity 64. That's a good start, I think. I think that's a really good start. There we go. So then from there you could take things in and out as you wish. Now, obviously for Carnforth it's only 4 food, and we'd probably need a railway to go to Bracknell for the 34 food, and Macclesfield for the 17 food. Although to begin with we could transport it before. Yeah, this is it. This is going to work for us. So what we can do is let's start creating some lines. So we're going to have our first line there to there. I'll rename these, and this is going to be FRA Carnforth what? Food processing 001. Just a silly name for it until I can figure out a better name. Let's make it nice and light, perhaps not that light, just a little bit. There we go, just not too harsh on the eyes. Okay, great. New line. We cannot create the next set. Yeah, those truck stop, those parking signs look terrible. This could work for us, you know. City Old. This could definitely work for us. So what I can do is see this main road here. I would delete part of the road, for example, I'm not sure. Let me just delete. This is going to go horribly wrong, I'm sure of it, but I'll just delete this section. I will stick this in. That single or double? Single? Why does it look like that? I should have just used this. Okay, let's put the street back in. It's a medium street, so I'm not sure. No, I do not want to ship. It's buildings, that's it. Let's just throw you in. There you go, you've got a truck stop there. We'll go all the way to Macclesfield. We'll even have a truck stop in Macclesfield. The only thing obviously I wanted was to be able to, I guess eventually I'll widen these up, and let's have a truck stop over in Bracknell too. Again, perhaps down here. There we go. Okay, now let's create the route. So I think what we will do is we will create 3 lines. Line 1 goes from here to here, nice and simple, and we're going to call this FRRD Carnforth Food. Yep. Then we'll create a second line from here to here. FRRD how do you spell Macclesfield? Macclesfield, there you go. Food. And then the last one from here to autosave. Oh, let's wait for the autosave before everything breaks. Over to here, and apparently that wants to go that way. I mean, fine. It's up to them. FRRD Bracknell Food. Okay. We will. I suppose I'll leave the colours for now. So now that we have that, we would probably also need a road depot for the first time. Oh, here we go. Loads of options. Tram depot, road depot. Look at this road depot. That's nice. That is really nice, and I'd like the road depot to be parked up quite nicely off the main road. Just here. Actually, should I do that, or should I do it at the end of this road? Or in here? Oh, there's so many options. Okay, here's fine. Look, that should fit quite nicely in. Yeah, it slots in quite nicely here. Right to the back. That actually is starting to look quite good. Okay, good. Before we end this episode, obviously we want to get the first one up and running, but I would like to add some assets. That's not an asset. There we go. It's JK's ones. There we go. Yep, that's it. Great Western. Can we use Great Western? Just want to do this. Like that, and then maybe there we go. I just want to put a few of these in here, just so it looks like an actual yard in which something's going on. LMS, sure. Let's just use a northeastern one, and one of these, and I'll stick. These are the bigger ones, but I'm going to let's just do that, and let's do a covered one. There we go. So this actually looks like a yard, and if I could find the right engine for this, I would. But it just gives it more of a better feeling, I think. Now all I need to do is let's buy some vehicles. European horse-drawn carriage. Let's buy. Should we buy? Let's start with 5 of them. Well, it starts with 5. We'll set the maintenance to high. We'll paint them in like an orangey colour. We'll set them on a Cornforth food. That will do. And then similarly, we'll buy a vehicle. I want a simple, slow steam engine. Oh, actually, before I do that, all of this building has taken us 6 months. Wait, 6 months doesn't matter, so we're just going to go forward 1 year. There we go. Okay, we've gone forward 1 year. Just in case something else appears. Steam, here we go. So we want a basic, maybe generic. It's a tank engine, right? Do we need a tender engine? I'm thinking let's just try one of these. In orange, in yellow, actually looks quite nice, in cream. Let's try one of these. So we'll add one of those, and cargo. British open wagons. Yep, here we go. Take grain. That's exactly what we're after. Let's have them all on the, I don't know, LSW. Yeah, why not? Just 2 there, 1 there, that. 57 meters, 48 capacity. We just want one of those. And we'll stick you on, not that line, that line. Okay. And now, let's see if we can get ourselves a nice view here of our trains, of our first train leaving. I need a really good view of this one. Yeah, that doesn't look terrible. Okay. And here we go. It begins. And you can see our Cornforth food ones going as well. Oh, it's all beginning. It is all beginning, and it's all going to look great, I hope. In theory. I mean, it could end up absolutely terrible. You never know, but it's worth a try. It's certainly worth a try. So let's go take a look. Oh look, it is sort of working. In fact, it is immediately working. So this thing is just going to potter back and forth at apparently at 15 miles per hour. This isn't going to be 15, it's probably going to do more than 15, it's 25, isn't it? Oh, did I set this as just at 15? Could that be useful to us? It could, actually. The run there and back, 30, 48, could give us a full train every single time. And let's just take a look and see how this pans out for us. So there's our full train of 48. That's going to deliver over to the food processing plant, which is going to immediately start making products, and you require... Why do you not require food anymore? I thought you required food. I probably destroyed the only place that required food. I just realised that. It doesn't matter. Look, there it is. It's made food for Carnforth. Somebody somewhere does need food. There it is too. Something needs food. And I think that is quite successful now. So we've actually got our first run. And how's this looking? 49, 50. It's almost there. Maybe I should just speed this up just a little to 20 miles per hour, and then just leave this and just do all of that at 20. This thing can take the 20, can't it? Yes, it can. And just let's see what happens. Also, I think that is where I'm going to end it. I also think I need to come up with a... I need to... Yeah, that could work for us. Screenshot like that. Once the train comes back, that is. So everything is happening. So that is where I'm going to end this video, and indeed this almost 1 hour of recording. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transports Fever 2, the UK series. Leave a comment in the comments box below, letting me know what you think. Don't forget to support me on Patreon if you can do so at www.patreon.com/ECGadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. And also, you can find me on social media at ECGadgetLP for both Twitter and Instagram. That is all from me. I want to try and get a nicer view of this particular train, maybe. Is not... There is not too bad. That's not too bad. That is all from me, and I will see you next time in Transport Fever 2, the UK series.